Hi all, so Destiny has now been out for a week, and I think it's safe to say that it has not measured up to most people's expectations. The current Metacritic score is sitting at 77 out of 100, with a large number of outlets having now delivered their final verdict. So with the game having not measured up to gamers' expectations, what can Activision and Bungie do to restore a little faith that this is a game that is going to be worth supporting over the next 10 years? First up is the mission structure, which I'm afraid falls flat. It's far too repetitive, relying on the same well-worn trope over and over again. Attack by a load of waves, defend an object, complete the mission by destroying a boss, teleport out. What we really need to see here is a much wider variety of things you can do in each mission. How about some escort missions? How about some take some ground and hold it before then having to move on and capture a number of other points within the map? Anything would make things feel a little bit more varied and give a reason to play through all of these missions again once you get to level 20. At number 2 would be multiplayer, which unfortunately just doesn't offer enough variety. Again, that's a hallmark really we have with Destiny here. There needs to be more maps and there needs to be more game modes as well. In my opinion, they also need to do something to up the base speed of walking and running in this game, which just feels far too slow and sluggish for a modern multiplayer shooter. Next up is the story, which unfortunately in Destiny is weak at best, in part because it's delivered in such a flat and boring way, with very few cutscenes or any reason to make my character feel like it's part of the world and a part of a bigger story. In future DLC content, and if they do Destiny 2, we do expect them to put a lot more time and effort in to that single player story, as well as the kind of overarching narrative which is forcing these Guardians to work together. At the moment, everything just feels a bit shoved out the door. The fourth thing Destiny really need to fix is the end game content, which again is just grindy, but in part if they fix the first three things, the end game may not seem quite so bad. Raids need to provide a matchmaking system so that people can just play together in pickup groups. It's ridiculous that at the moment it's locked to friends only. This is the kind of thing that shows that Activision and Bungie simply weren't listening or thinking about what the community would actually want from a game they've paid money for. They don't want to be locked out of the top tier content by an artificial system such as you can only play with your friends. That's silly and it breaks the convention of the MMO, which they have built here. As much as they want to say this isn't an MMO, it is, because it certainly isn't a first-person shooter in the usual way we would consider it. So what would your top 4 things that you would like to see Activision and Bungie fix with Destiny before they release Destiny 2, or potentially before they release that second DLC content pack? Maybe none of these things can be fixed, but if they don't, then I'm afraid this new franchise is going to fall flat when they eventually get round to releasing a sequel. Thanks for watching. Do please subscribe to us on YouTube and Twitch, and please like and comment on these videos as well. We love to chat.